watching Cricket Next, and we are all geared up for the IPL 2023 auction. The auction will be held on December 23. On the day, we will see some really fascinating and exciting stuff because auction will be in Kochi, and all teams have already prepared their plans, what they will do on that day. But in this video, we'll be talking about a team which was exceptionally brilliant in IPL 2022. Yes, I'm talking about Gujarat Titans. It was their debut season and they ended the season with the trophy. And it was such an exciting season for them because there were some young players. Hardik Pandya was seen donning the captain's hat, and then it was really amazing series and also a great tournament for them. But now talking about IPL 2023, will they be able to defend their title or not? This is something to look forward to, especially in terms of what they will do on the auction day. And to discuss all of that in detail, I have with me Akash Biswas. Hello, Akash. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, Akash, Gujarat Titans had a really great run in IPL 2022. Well, I remember, when the season started, there were quite a lot. Many people were saying that, Hardik Pandya can't do this. He's not able to do the captaincy. And initially, there were few matches, the starting matches didn't go their way as well. Hardik Pandya wasn't able to score runs as well. But then it suddenly changed. The whole thing changed in mid of the tournament. They were winning games and they were winning those games with quite a considerable margin. And then if we see, how they performed last season, here's all the stats about them. What do you have to say? Because it was their debut season. How you'll sum up their performance?
Well, usually when a new team is introduced, people are, a bit dicey about their performance, how they're gonna be, how they would turn out in the tournament. So the same was the case with Gujarat Titans, and especially when the captain was Hardik Pandya, who was also returning from an injury, and that
Hmm.
injury almost kept him away from bowling full throttle, for I think 1.5 years. So there were lots and lots of doubts, but in that span of 1.5 months, Hardik Pandya got ample opportunities to shut all those critics. He just focused on his game. He proved himself as a captain, as a match winner, as an all-rounder, and he was much better player than what he used to be. We saw him
Yeah.
bowling all his 4 overs. He in fact registered his best bowling figures then, and in fact he scored a 50 being a captain. So and his calm and composed demeanor on the field, people started comparing him with MS Dhoni because he is one
Yeah.
of those players who is closer to Dhoni. So, in my opinion, he has been, picking the good things from good people and taking a leaf out of their notebooks and jotting down the positive notes and then applying on to himself and applying all those tactics on the field, and collectively all this summed up to the success of Gujarat Titans, and then they became the defending champions, that too in their debut season.
Absolutely. And they have this firepower of youngsters and all these talented cricketers. You see the players they retained on the retention day. Shubman Gill, he's been in an exceptional form of late. He has done some really great work in IPL as well. Last season, he was really great. Then David Miller is there, Matthew Wade. Then obviously Hardik Pandya, you were talking about how great he was and how calm. That was something very different because before that we used to see that aggression on Hardik Pandya's face, but it was the IPL where people saw a little bit of calm side as well. And then there are players like Rashid Khan, Yash Dayal also did good work. So all these team members who are here in this retention list, they're worth of their place, they're worthy of it. Now when you see these players, do you think that they are capable of lifting the trophy again in IPL 2023?
Yeah, because absolutely, because I see this as a perfect blend of experienced and young players. You have Shubman Gill right up there, who is in a peak of his form right now. Then someone like a David Miller is also there, who is a devastating batters when it comes to scoring runs in the death overs. Then Riddhiman Saha, they have shown faith in him. Riddhiman Saha didn't have a great time with the Indian team lately. He was removed from the central contract. He's said to be removed from the central contract as the report suggested, but Gujarat Titans, this franchise, they showed faith in him. Then they also showed faith in Matthew Wade because lot has been spoken about him. Though it's a fact that he was a key, architect of Australia's T20 World Cup victory last year. And then we move to this lot of this a bunch of youngsters: Sai Sudarshan, Rahul Tewatia is a proven all-rounder and a hard taskmaster when it comes to smacking bowlers in the death overs. Then Rashid Khan, he is more of an all-rounder than a lethal leg spinner. Then Jayant Yadav, he has been in the domestic circuit with Team India for quite a long time now. So that's why called it a perfect blend of young and experienced players. And I also, just like RCB, I would also like to say they too have all bases covered when it comes to going to the auctions on 23rd of December. Even if there is for say there is a game tomorrow, they are very much capable to form at least a potent playing 11 that can challenge any opposition.
Exactly. They have this power, and on retention day, we saw the players that they've released. Now, in this list, they have names like Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Lockie Ferguson. Lockie Ferguson was taken by the KKR, and actually, it was a brief cameo of Ferguson with Gujarat Titans because he was already with KKR before IPL 2022, and then again, he's gone to that team. Now, Gurkeerat Singh is there. We were just before this conversation, we were having a word that how we haven't seen Gurkeerat Singh playing in most of the matches. So, how do you think what kind of approach these names reflect? What is the approach of Gujarat Titans going ahead to the auctions?
Well, I think Gujarat Titans will especially target overseas players. And speaking
Okay.
of overseas players, they will find a quality bowler because they don't have Lockie Ferguson anymore with them. And Lockie Ferguson, we know him because of his speed. He's someone who can compete Umran Malik in this tournament. So just to replace him, I think Gujarat Titans will go all guns blazing behind a bowler, and it could be anyone. And what I can see, they can also, you know. Chase Adam Milne, who is Lockie Ferguson's national teammate and bowls as quick as him. So he could be one cricketer in Gujarat Titans radar. And speaking about Gurkirat Singh, as you discussed, any good domestic uncapped batter can replace him because Gurkirat Singh is a decent guy. With the bat in hand, he has a knack of scoring runs, and since he is released, it's up to Gujarat Titans if they want to have him back, and if not, then they might find a replacement. And in fact, when someone like Ajinkya Rahane is there in the auction pool, then he could be there as a replacement for Gurkirat in the GT camp.
Well, obviously, these changes are there. Plus, when we see about, how Gujarat Titans have performed in the IPL 2022 season, it'll be very interesting to see, what kind of players they will be looking forward to in this auction, especially when we have these three key names: Cameron Green, Sam Curran, and Mayank Agarwal. Now, Mayank Agarwal was captain of Punjab Kings, so he also has a very specific position out there. And then Sam Curran, Cameron Green. What do you think? Which player they will be eyeing for?
Cameron Green and Sam Curran, as we know, they are going to, attract heavy bids because they are that kind of players and have been in form lately. So these two guys will fetch a big amount, I'm sure. And as we speak about Mayank Agrawal, he has recently been released by Punjab Kings. He was a captain of them last season, and then getting released is, I think, a kind of a setback for a player like Mayank Agrawal, who has proven his mettle in the international level. So, if GT wants him, then they can have him in place of Gurkirat Singh Maan. But then again, as I said, there is someone like Ajinkya Rahane also there on the list. So there could be a war between him and Rahane when it comes to finding a replacement for Gurkirat Singh. And apart from these lists, I will also like to add one name to this list of players whom GT will target is David Malan, because David Malan has been playing really great. He was also there in the England's T20 World Cup squad, though he was unfortunate that he could not play the final against Pakistan. But yes, he wasn't well, so he has been in that kind of form, and every team would like to have him. And when GT has released a batter like Jason Roy, then I think David Malan could be a like for like replacement.
Yeah, well, Akash, you were talking about, that how GT requires a bowler because now they don't have Lockie Ferguson. Now we have these three names out there. Do you think there is any chance they will be looking forward to Sam Curran because they have 19.25 crores in their purse? So if they might think to have Sam Curran, what do you think? What will be their betting on him?
I think they, well, honestly, I think they will start bidding for Sam Curran. But Sam Curran is a player who will be fetched by more than two, three franchises. So there is 100% possibility that his stakes will go higher, because even if I think he has registered himself under the 2 crore price cap, so that will definitely go beyond 7 to 8 crores. And if GT thinks that it's a great deal to have, investing more than half of the remaining purse amount behind just one player and then settling the remaining amount among others, then it would be a great buy. But that has to be seen that when Sam Curran's name come up, and how the other competitors bid for him.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how Gujarat Titans take forward their auction plan because we were discussing they have the potential in the team. They have really good names, but that replacement, like for like replacement for Lockie Ferguson, will be very interesting to watch out for in this auction. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Akash, for joining with me in this insightful discussion.
Thank you so much.
So we were talking about Gujarat Titans. They won the IPL trophy in 2022. It was their debut season. It was a phenomenal run by them in that season, and it'll be very interesting to see what kind of team they form in 2023 auction. So the auction date is December 23. Mark it in your calendars because it's going to be a fun ride that day. But for all the latest updates related to auction and all other cricket and sports related stuff, you can stay connected with Cricket Next on YouTube, or you can also stay connected with our various social media handles, that's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.